I'm Caleb Auman. I'm the operations manager for Auman Landscape. My wife and I run the company together. She is an active owner of the company, and I'm responsible for field operations, sales, and design. Like most folks that are owners, you wear all the hats. We've been in business for 20 years now. We have an ANTS trailer. It's a 2022 model, and what the trailer has done for us, it's solved problems that we didn't even know we had. We had been using conventional dump trailers and equipment hauler trailers for our entire career, and then we happened across the ANTS trailer. It's done so much for us that we didn't know we were missing out on. And so with the live bottom trailer aspect or conveyor belt aspect for loading materials from the back end and walking those materials forward, being able to stage materials on the trailer and dump them strategically has been really incredible for us. We keep finding new ways to use the trailer and utilize it in ways that make sense, from hauling bulk and loose materials to palleted material, and also hauling equipment with it because it can tilt and then load up equipment. It's been an incredible game changer as far as trailers go. We partnered with ANTS back in 2022, and we set up a deal with them to create content for them while using the trailer in our company. One of the funny things about that is I brought this trailer into the company, and my guys at first were hesitant of using the trailer. They were skeptical of the trailer, and it took them a while to actually really understand what the trailer was capable of. The funny thing about that is now, 2 years later of having a trailer for that long, the guys are telling me we need 2 or 3 more trailers now. So they went from hesitant and not fully understanding what it was capable of to now we're creating really fun content with it, as well as the guys telling me we need a couple more of these trailers to replace the other dump style trailers we have in the company. ANTS has always come up with some really forward-thinking products, trailers, tools, etc. And I saw that they have a box trailer that has some sort of drop-style axle to it and allows the whole box trailer to lower right to the ground, so you could drive your super fancy sports car up in there, or your equipment, or a forklift, telehandler, a scissor lift, whatever. My first impression of that is really it's an interesting concept, and I think it's a pretty good concept, not having to run things up ramps and risk bottoming out and all that. I always like seeing what these guys are putting together. I really feel like they don't limit themselves as to what is possible, and so they're really pushing some limits, I think, with trailers. So tell Craig send me one of your new box trailers, and I'll put it to work. Yeah, all right. I need a second one of those. So, yeah, the drop trailer concept's awesome. That trailer's cool, no doubt. One of the big advantages we have found of an ANTS trailer, conveyor trailer versus the traditional dump trailer is loading materials. And when we're walking into this thing or walking the trailer deck back to us, we can set our materials on from the back with the skid steer as we're going, and with the remote control from the skid steer, walk this belt forward and put the next material on there and walk it forward instead of just having to push and slam and smash everything forward like pallets of pavers and things like that as we go, like we'd have to do on a traditional dump trailer. And then for unloading, it's the same thing. With the remote control in the comfort of the skid steer, we back that thing out and we just unload one pallet at a time. And so the versatility is like one of my favorite things of this trailer is we can still haul equipment on it, we can haul bulk materials and unload it no problem. And then for unloading or loading palletized material, we do that whole process like that. I was helping somebody move one day, and I brought this trailer to do it, and who doesn't hate moving, right? But one of the things we did with it, again with the awesome remote control, we back this thing up to where we're loading furniture, and we back the trailer up to where we're gonna load, and then I walk the trailer deck backwards. And as we're putting boxes and stuff, like I was saying, I'm super lazy, right? But I like to consider I'm super efficient this way. We walk that trailer deck back, and as we put boxes on it, we would just walk that trailer forward or walk the belt forward and just kept loading right from the back. We weren't having to get up in the trailer and walk clear up in there. We even raised it and lowered it to the right heights for like heavy stuff and light stuff. On the personal end, I've used it for all sorts of personal things like that. I love this trailer. I use it for so many freaking things, it's crazy. So the things that keeps us super efficient on is the load and unload time and being able to stage materials on here and offload them as we need from the comfort of a skid steer. Again, we can just pull the skid steer up. We can do what they call putting the trailer into the kneeling position, which is when you bring the rear end of the trailer up. We'll pull right up under this thing with a skid steer bucket and unload bulk material right into the skid steer bucket and drive it off to where we need it and dump it. We're not handling the material any more than we absolutely have to. And so it goes from being delivered in this thing to going straight to where it's being applied on the job. So we absolutely love that about it. The advice I'd have for somebody that's considering an ANTS trailer is, I think something you're not going to realize, even just demoing it and messing with it, is just how much stuff it actually can and will do for you. We have found so many different ways to use this trailer. Again, the versatility is absolutely incredible. We haul our full-size skid steer in this thing. We actually use it to haul and drag, a dead machine up into this. So We back that bulkhead out here, put a tow chain or a tow strap on it, or a lift strap, whatever, and we'll pull a dead or a flat tired machine or whatever right up onto this like a little rollback trailer almost. So there's so many things I think that you'll find yourself doing with this trailer. The tarp kit is awesome too. You want to get the tarp kit on here for when you're hauling plant material. You need to cover up your plant material to keep from getting wind burn. There's just so many awesome things this trailer does. I think what you're going to find is even what you think you're going to use it for, you're going to find yourself using it for even more things than that. Projects this trailer specifically makes a real impact on is when we're handling bulk material, playground mulch, bulk mulch, soil, gravel, whatever the case is. It's when we can be in the comfort of our skid steer, we can live load or live unload rather the material right into the skid steer bucket. We don't have to get out to run the controls, and we literally stay in the skid steer and we run the material right and place it exactly where we want it. So we're not shoveling, we're not hand loading, we're not dumping it and then having to scoop it back up. We're literally only handling the material once from when it's loaded. As far as the durability of the ANTS trailer, it's a really well-built trailer. I don't know a lot about welding, but I look at the big heavy beads on there, the heavy gauge metal. I love a lot of little creature comfort things on there. This might seem really trivial, but I know one of the things I really love is the keeper chains for the gates. They've got a little magnet mounted on the side of the trailer there, and as soon as you drop that chain, that magnet catches it. I think it's such a neat little thought. So the guys that designed this trailer and engineered this trailer put a ton of thought in just the littlest things. I think it's really cool about it. When we're towing this trailer, be it empty or loaded, it pulls really well, good and straight, nice and true. It's really well balanced, so it's not too much tongue weight. So it's really a great pulling trailer. And then as far as durability goes in a trailer, I've been really impressed with. I could tell it was sturdily built, but I was still apprehensive, especially of the rubber belt itself, and I wondered how long that would handle being used in the real world. And we've used it in the real world now for 2 years, and the belt has got some nicks and some dings in it, but it's really held up absolutely fine, and I'm super impressed with that. The style of equipment and the quality of the equipment you have in your company is something that's very important to us, and when clients see our company and they see the types of machines that we have and the types of measuring tools and dump trailers, it's really important to us, A, that we're super efficient, and when our clients see us, they know that, and they see that we're a very productive company. And so when we have trailers that are very outside the box, if you will, when it comes like a dump trailer or a dump style trailer, like an ANTS trailer, or any other machines we have on site, I think that's really good for our perception from the customer or the client, as far as they see that we're a company that's forward thinking, we're not stuck using super old materials or super old machines or super old methodologies. And so a trailer like ANTS, I think for us and our company here at Auman, is a great example of that. On our social media channels, at Auman Landscape LLC on Instagram and YouTube and all that, just Google us, you can find us. We talk about the ANTS trailer, we have dedicated videos on there, so you can check us out there. The Kid Contractor Podcast, but again, at Auman Landscape on all the social channels, you find us and you'll see us putting this thing to work.